Hi everyone again. It's time for next live stream. How was your week? Let me know if you see me, if you hear me. Okay. Alessandra is here. Great. And now we have to try a few times because Instagram sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Okay, perfect. Let me know how you're doing. How was your day today? I hope you know that you're not alone. You're stronger than your OCD. Mm, I've. Oh, you're good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Today I was a bit spiraling in OCD loop, but I'm okay.
Hi,
Oh, wow. Hi, Alessandra.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm so happy to see you here.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see you here because, guys, maybe you don't know, probably you don't know, we met with Alessandra the first time in Chicago in
Hmm.
person, and it was an amazing time. So I'm really happy to see you here.
Yeah, it was so cool to see you by the elevator, and I was like fame struck. I thought you were like the famous meme guy, so I was like very excited to
Oh,
see you.
stop it. Yeah, that was for me. This experience was really amazing, but at the same time really weird because uh, that was the first time when I met so many people in the same place, and
Hmm.
it was so amazing.
Yeah, it was really it's always nice to be in community with a lot of people, so I'd always recommend going to the IOCDF conference if you
Yeah,
can ever try to go. It's
yeah,
so good.
absolutely. It was my first
Yeah.
time in my life, and it was such an amazing time there. So I still have all those situations in my mind, and yeah, I can describe it with words because it was so special, because
Hmm.
this community is so special.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, Alessandra, we can start
Yeah.
with our live
Okay.
stream.
Sounds good.
So, maybe you can tell us few words about you. You can introduce yourself, and then
Mhm.
we can start with our amazing topic because it is so important to speak about advocacy.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a therapist in California, but also Massachusetts and Arizona. And I work with OCD and anxiety disorders, as well as trauma. I work with kids and adults, and I'm not like I would say I have OCD and BFRBs myself, as well as complex trauma. So I'm very passionate about working with the community, and I'm a beekeeper, and I also keep spiders. So those are fun facts about me. And I have three cats that I love very much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love people who love animals. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I show you. This is my Tosha.
Oh, so cute. I love Tosha.
Yeah, she is 12.
Oh, an old lady, a grandma.
Yeah, yeah, but she's awesome, and I love her so much.
So
Yeah.
cute. Well, if my cats come in, I'll try to chase them to show you.
Yeah. Oh, so once again, I'm so happy because of this live, because it is so special. I've had in the last few weeks two live streams about OCD
Mhm.
advocacy and mental health advocacy, but I know that this topic is so important because
Mhm.
we both know we we don't have to make huge things, huge actions to be an advocate and to
Mhm.
change someone's life.
Hmm. Definitely. I think just going on these podcasts, you make a very big difference. Just hosting people, so and you don't have to be a therapist to make a difference
Yeah,
in someone's life. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely agree. And I think the most the biggest problem about advocacy is that so many people are scared about sharing their stories
Hmm.
because of the stigma, because of myths about medications, about
Hmm.
mental health,
Hmm.
and people can have such thinking that they have figured out all with their mental health,
Hmm.
and then they can start advocacy. And this is wrong, because we can start right now in
Hmm.
this point, just little steps, and we can make difference in our life and in life other people.
Absolutely. Um, I always thought like as a therapist you would have to be like super perfect to be a therapist, but I think being messy and showing other people that you can be messy makes people feel more comfortable to be, you know, to have therapy. So I always encourage imperfection in my therapy sessions, as well as just like sharing your story in small ways, not big ways, and not quickly. You don't have to share your story immediately to everyone you know. It's super important to do it slowly so that you don't
Yeah.
feel like pressure or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to feel comfortable with advocacy, and we don't have to feel pressure, because it is so important that we can feel safe
Hmm.
in safe environment. And as you said, mm, we don't have to be therapists, but it is so important that we are authentic, and this is
Hmm.
important, because we can make mistakes, and if I want to be perfect, probably I will not making live streams, especially in English, because
Hmm.
I know I made so many mistakes, but who cares?
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that you are just embracing this, and you absolutely don't have to like speak English perfectly to host anything. So I wish
Yeah,
I spoke Polish so that I could connect with you on Polish words. Maybe you could teach me a Polish word to say, and I could say it imperfectly.
yeah. This is amazing. So in Polish, hi is cześć.
Cześć. Is that how
Yeah,
you say it?
exactly,
Cześć. Okay.
exactly. So
Okay.
yeah, I totally agree. We don't have to be perfect, because especially with OCD doesn't help, because
Hmm.
in the most situations I want to be perfect, and I want
Hmm.
to do something with in that way, and I really so my OCD really loves the really this routine, yeah, and my
Hmm.
OCD doesn't like any changes, and
Hmm.
And now, when I can embrace uncertainty, and maybe I will not understand everything what you will say, but
Hmm.
I make this because I know that we can make a difference, and this is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I was curious with your memes. I'm always I love them so much, and I'm wondering because like I struggle with perfectionism with social media posts. Like partly why I struggle to even post on social
Yeah,
media is because I don't want it to look bad. But then I'm like, whatever, I'll just start posting, and I don't care. But I feel like I want to be effective too. Like I want to make stuff that makes people excited, like how you make people excited with your memes. And I'm like, I wonder how much time you spend on yours. Like, do you give yourself a time limit so that it doesn't take too much time to make them? Because I would go crazy trying to make memes.
yeah.
So I would love to know.
It is complicated because especially in the first few months when I started with my project with memes, I I really thought that I have to post every single day few memes because people are waiting there, and I was
Mm,
wrong. I was wrong because you know I felt the urge that I have to do something,
mm-hmm,
and especially with OCD, when I created meme, I want to be to this meme be perfect, and
mm-hmm,
I really uh, I have always I've had always in my head a thought, if everyone will understand me correctly, if this meme will be funny and will be educate and can educate people, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. And this is the really big struggle, especially if you are not a therapist, because
mm-hmm,
you know I tell in my live stream and on my page that I am not OCD therapist, I'm not specialist,
mm-hmm,
and I based on my own experience. But
mm-hmm.
when I post something, there is a small thought if I make this correctly or if I can, especially now when my account is pretty big, if can I hurt someone through my
Mm-hmm.
memes or hurt their feelings, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I always worry about hurting people with different posts. Like today, or I think it was today that I post, or yesterday that I posted my spiders because I was like, oh, like let's do a little exposure for people that are worried about spiders. But sometimes I know that doing like a jump exposure is not helpful for people. So I also question if it's okay to post certain things.
Yeah.
So
So
sometimes I'm like, should I have a trigger warning? But you know what? Sometimes trigger warnings aren't helpful either. So
yeah,
sometimes it is helpful for people to see things that maybe are uncomfortable to them
yeah,
and they'll adjust.
yeah, and we can't we can't make trigger warning for everything, and
Yeah.
in real life it is also impossible because
Yeah.
triggers are everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so I think in OCD advocacy it's important maybe not to create trigger warnings
Hmm.
everywhere, but to be
Hmm.
aware of feelings of other people
Hmm.
feelings, and
Yeah.
if we are if we make something with our value system, it is okay,
Hmm.
and I
Hmm.
think it is important. And guys, if you want to do something and show people that we are not alone and that we can share our stories, just do it. We can't we don't have to be perfect, and we can't.
Yeah,
But
it's not
but
possible.
yeah,
Um, I would love to know from the people watching how they share their stories in different ways. Because some people share their stories by writing, some people do it with music, some
yeah,
people do it with art. So I would love to hear from people watching, or how you share your stories.
yeah, absolutely. It is really interesting, and maybe if you make something for advocacy for mental health, you can share with us also, because there are so many possibilities to make a difference. We don't have to create Instagram accounts or YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
We can be ourselves and just speak with our family, with our friends, and that can also make difference for other people.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I like even like I don't know, I'm just thinking of like Allegra Caston, she shares so many amazing posts and through blogs, but also just her Instagram, and I love honestly her shirts, like those shirts
Yeah,
and the sweatshirts she makes. Those are ways to share stories. Like even if it's like a small little sentence, it could be a
yeah,
story. So, um,
absolutely. And when after Chicago conference, when I took this conference back
mhm,
to Poland, and I started going, and when I go to work with that bag, it is also a small step to show people that, oh, what is OCD? What
mhm,
uh, did you or they are asking about conference, and I can
mhm,
start the conversation in really simple way, and I
mhm,
don't have to go anywhere and talk, hey, I have OCD, do you know what OCD is? No, this is not the
mhm,
point. But we can with small steps show people that this is important topic to share, to spread awareness, and we don't have to go to, I don't know, television to share our stories. We can
mhm,
just do what we can do, and what we love. There
mhm.
are many ways. For example, stickers with amazing quotes or something like that.
Yeah, I love stickers, and even putting comments in people's like on your memes are ways to share too. Like some people will look through your comments and get inspired from what you say. So there's so many different ways of sharing. Um, yeah. Uh, I'm curious for you. Are you in Poland? Because I don't know a lot about the OCD community there. Could you tell me a little bit about just how OCD is talked about over there? Because I would love to know.
Yeah. In Poland, when I was diagnosed in 2023,
Hmm.
3 years ago, and I told my friends about my disorder. They didn't know anything about it, and
Hmm.
when I started looking for help and for other people and community in Poland, there is few Facebook groups, and on one Facebook group, when I am administrator, there
Hmm.
are 5,000 people. But here in Poland, I think we don't speak enough about OCD, about
Hmm.
bipolar, about other personality disorders.
Hmm.
We talk a lot about depression, but
Hmm.
we still need to talk more about different disorders and OCD
Hmm.
also,
Hmm.
because we don't have OCD walks, we don't have meetings or open support groups. So I really hope it will change
Yeah.
in next years, and I know we can make a difference, because
Yeah,
it is happening
absolutely.
right now.
Yeah, I'm imagining you could create those support groups very easily just doing what you're doing online too.
Yeah, you know, a few days ago, I've talked in my in company when I work in this company. There is over 8,000 people employees,
Mm,
and they are the social media department are totally in
uh-huh.
OCD week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's so
and
cool.
we are now planning what we can share, what we can do, and this is amazing.
That's so
Also,
cool. That's awesome. And I also got a couple of people to share videos with you. I'm not sure if they shared anything, but I'm excited to see
yeah,
what video you create.
yeah, I was so excited too because me and Lee are really engaged with this project, and it is almost done. Uh,
Ooh,
yeah,
exciting.
yeah. We're just waiting for a record from Chris Johnston. So, Chris,
Oh, okay. I will encourage him to send you a video.
yeah, yeah, but
That's so cool.
I I know right now that this project is really impactful and powerful, and
Hmm.
yeah, I it is so yeah. You have to see it. You have to see it, and
I'm excited for the video. Yeah. And when is OCD week? Like what is your plan, or what is Lee doing anything to bring people there, or
yeah, yeah, she really helped me in this
Mhm.
project, and I'm really grateful for that because in this project there are over 80 people.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah,
And basically I know that you asked me for a video, and you know everyone listening here can also definitely send videos to you too, right? Or how does it work? Tell them how it works.
yeah, we need as many people as we can bring to this project, and the the main point is to break the stigma, to show people what OCD is, what OCD
Mhm.
isn't, and show people that OCD is affecting not only gender or white people or black people or any other, that this is not depend of race of if we are kids or no. There are
Mhm.
so many different people in this video, and so many myths that I want to break and to show people that yeah, we are not alone.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to know what myths you are hoping to break. Like, what are the ones
You
that
have to
you're
wait. You have to
Oh, I
wait.
have to wait. Okay, okay. I'm excited.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a really huge action, and I was a bit afraid because I am not, and that can show people that we we don't have to be perfect because I am not video editor specialist or something
Mhm,
like that.
mhm.
I am not social media specialist. I'm just doing what I really enjoy, and I know it can help other people. But I decided to create this video, and with help uh, over 80 people, it is possible, and this is amazing.
Yeah, no, you definitely are so good at gathering people and getting people together, and collaborating, and sometimes when you have OCD, you think you have to control everything and be the one that's like creating everything, when
Yeah,
actually it's so helpful ask other people for help, and other people will chime in and add things, and it doesn't have to be like only on you. I think I remember like early on when I was in a creative field before therapy. And I was so perfectionistic and often tried to control everything. And if I had had knowledge of OCD at the time and understood OCD at the time, I think I would have handled my creativity so much differently. So I definitely now try to be like less perfectionistic and less controlling when I'm
Yeah.
doing projects and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I've had the same problem because uh, when I started asking people, oh, maybe we can make live stream about this topic and
Mm-hmm.
this, I was afraid. Yeah, OCD thing.
Mm-hmm.
What if they told me that they are not interested or they have no time, and so probably it is something wrong with me. And
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not, because when I will not ask, it is not possibility to make step forward to show people
Mm-hmm.
that we can. And the
Yeah.
same situation is in OCD advocacy. We don't have to be influencer to be therapist to make a huge project, but
Mm-hmm.
those people, those 80 people, including you, who
Mm-hmm.
sent me their records, they are OCD advocates in this
Mm-hmm.
way.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
took just a few seconds to record one sentence, and this is a really huge difference for our community.
Yeah, I'm seeing a couple of people in the chat. There was one person who's Polish and one from Portugal.
Portugal,
And I would love to see like what OCD is, how OCD is talked about in their communities. It would be good to know if they want to
yeah,
comment.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. You can share with us how OCD advocacy looks like in your country.
mhm. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to say, I'm Polish too. My ancestry is
Oh my
Polish,
God.
and Italian. So, and Jewish. So yeah. So I should probably learn some more Polish. I just, yeah. Um, Hugo says that not too much, like OCD is not talked about a lot in
Mhm.
Portugal. Okay, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, it is really interesting because even in America, I didn't really know about OCD until I was in my 30s, and I had OCD and I didn't realize. Um, and it wasn't until my husband started recognizing that I had repetitive behaviors, like I would do like skin picking and stuff like that. And my husband pointed it out, and I didn't even realize I was doing those things,
Mhm.
and started to go to a BFRB group. And then, as I was in the BFRB group and people were talking about their intrusive thoughts, I was like, oh, I like totally have these thoughts too. And I thought it was just like everyone had those thoughts.
Yeah,
But I was doing things like, mental compulsions that I didn't think were compulsions. So I think a lot of times people don't really know that OCD can be both mental and physical
yeah,
compulsion.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Agreed. That's why we are talking about OCD, because
mhm,
people don't understand what really OCD is, and
mhm,
this is why this all projects, OCD weeks, OCD months, and all talks during all of the year are so important.
mhm,
And we know both that this can change other lives, and
mhm.
that's why we are doing what we're doing. And yeah, here,
Hugo was saying it seems like the in Portugal they're like talking about it, but it's not enough. Um, when you say how are you now, Hugo, are you asking about us or about like in Poland, or you can chime in. Um, yeah, I'm always curious about these live streams. This is my first one, so I'm being like I'm very imperfect here.
Yeah, this is a really nice exposure for
Yeah,
me. For
yeah.
me, every single life is exposure, and every single time I am afraid of if I understand everything. What if I say something wrong? If people
Mhm.
understand me in the wrong way,
Mhm.
and what if I'm not professional and people will judge me?
Mhm.
Why am I talking about mental health? Because I'm not professional, and I should shut my mouth up and yeah,
Oh,
you know.
no. So I honestly, you make OCD like way easier to talk about. And in fact, I send my clients your memes all the time because it makes them like laugh and it makes them like excited to talk about things. So I think that you actually make it more accessible than sometimes therapists do. So,
Yeah, but
um,
sometimes I don't know how it looks like in the USA, but sometimes it can be much easier for me than to therapist because it's for therapist it is all about also ethics about their
mhm,
clients
mhm,
and they can't share as much as I can share in a funny way because
mhm.
some clients can feel uncomfortable with that probably.
Honestly, I lean on humor a lot in my sessions, and sometimes I'm very dark because my
Oh,
because my clients have dark thoughts all the time. So I'm like, yeah, let's talk about death. Let's talk about all the sexual stuff. Yeah, just like throw it on me. I'm ready. So so
yeah.
I don't know. I think like yes, we need to like as therapists we have to abide by certain things. Like and it's a safe space to be open and if we were too restrictive it wouldn't be a safe space, so yeah. Yeah, and Omi makes a really good point. People who have lived it offer better insight than professionals. Both are needed. That's so true. And if you're a professional who has lived experience, that's also really good. Like
Yeah.
I used to think I should like stay quiet and not talk about obviously like I'm not going to share my whole life story to a client,
Mhm.
but I can share tiny little things that might give them insight. So yeah, I think both are super important. It helps you kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, be a better, I don't know, you're equally as important as
Mhm.
any therapist to
Yeah.
anyone's life.
It is so important because I feel so comfortable and so safe with my therapist, but also when I speak with my friends who has OCD and
Mhm,
I know that they understand perfectly
mhm,
what I'm going through. It is something different. So
mhm.
as you said, therapist with OCD is also a great thing, but I think as superers we can't looking for therapist with OCD because this is really hard, you know.
It is in Poland. It is.
In Poland, yeah, in Poland it is really hard to find the right OCD specialist.
Oh, okay.
And so maybe there are many OCD specialists in Poland, but
Hmm.
it is not something like IOCDF page where can you find the right treatment.
Hmm.
It is more complicated because you have to Google it and look in for a therapist in your city, and it is not so organized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
people uh, can feel uh, can feel a bit frustrated because they don't know where to start.
Yeah. No, I think that's why places like I work at No CD, and that's why, No CD was created because it
Mhm.
was really hard to find OCD therapists, and they've made it so much more
Yeah,
accessible across the United States, as well as we treat people in the UK too, and hopefully we could come to Poland and other places, because that's really important. There's so many people that are in different countries that don't get access. I'm imagining in Portugal for Hugo, that's it's hard to find a therapist. I'd love to hear how, if Hugo has access or knows how people get therapy in Portugal, or Omi, or anyone
yeah,
else, if they want to talk in the chat.
yeah. Also, the problem is, I think, in many countries, language, because when even if I live in Poland and I understand and I speak English, it
Hmm.
is much easier to find any sources, any Instagram accounts who really help me. But there are
Mm.
many people who don't speak any other language than Polish, and
Mm.
this is even harder.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine. Um, yeah, I wish I spoke more languages so that I could give
Yeah,
access to therapy to more people.
yeah, you,
I speak like only a little bit of Spanish, and I know at No CD we actually have we have Spanish speakers, but we don't necessarily. I don't know how many other languages we have, but we
mhm.
try to use interpreters, and that's kind of our way to try to reach people,
Yeah.
is through
I I
interpreters.
also try to translate my videos, especially YouTube really helps, and automatic subtitles
Oh,
works
that's
not
great.
work. This subtitles works not perfectly, but
Mhm.
it is really helpful and people can understand this. So we can add in videos as many languages as we want, and this is automatic. So this is really helpful.
That's awesome. I know that a lot of people get scared about using like AI, or using like subtitles for things, because they don't want to get canceled if they like post wrong. But
Yeah,
I always say, like, make it more accessible, and if you make a mistake, you can always fix it later.
yeah,
It's more important to put things out there, and it doesn't
absolutely.
always have to be amazing. It can be very small.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. This is so important because if we will still thinking what if,
Hmm.
and then at the end we will say, oh fuck it, and we will do nothing, and this is really wrong.
Yes, yes. There are so many things, like, I'll be honest, like, there are so many things that I have stopped doing because of OCD. Like, I used to sing a lot in a choir. I used to sing opera. I used to play little music and ditties. And I was so hard on myself. And now I'm trying to actually start the process of just like every week, I try to at least like play on my instruments, and I don't have to share it. I just like let myself express myself, and just that is a process. And I let myself have time limits on the things, so I'm not like perfectionistic about it. Um, and like, even, I have a book that I've been working on for years, and like I keep stopping and starting, and I have to keep telling myself, you know, if I go to groups to hold myself accountable, that will help me break my perfectionism. So I'd love to hear from you. Like, what are some projects you've stopped and started, or that you're trying to work through right now that maybe you need encouragement on?
Maybe at the beginning of my Instagram, but I think it is also amazing because when I started doing memes and then live streams, it really helps me to feel more comfortable being around people, sharing
Hmm.
my experience. And even my wife told me that I have changed, and when I speak, I feel more comfortable, more mm self confident, and
Hmm.
this is amazing. But I can't remember a project that I started and I didn't finish. I think maybe yeah. In my private life, there are
Hmm.
so many projects that I
Yeah,
started and
yeah.
I didn't finish. But here, when I have a thought, I have thoughts. Oh, maybe I make an amazing project for OCD Week, and
Hmm.
this is such an impulse, and I start doing this, and
You
yeah,
just go for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I think sometimes, like, having a values-based reason to keep going is the thing that will motivate you. Like for example, with my music, or if I sing, I like, it soothes my brain. So that's my value, and that's the reason
yeah,
why I want to do it. I don't want to do it to be famous. I don't want to do it to have like people follow me. I'm just
yeah,
doing it because it helps me feel better in my body. If anyone's creative out there, I'd love to know, like, what are the creative things that you do that maybe you need support with, and what are your values based reasons to do those things,
yeah,
instead of like what society is telling you to do, like,
yeah.
um,
And yeah, this is such an important point for me because when I started doing memes and all this project with intrusive OCD memes, uh, I just wanted to create space, safe space for me when I can share my feelings because we decided with my wife to not speak about my ROCD. So
mm,
I need space when I can share my feelings and my emotions. And
mhm,
few months later, when I saw that what I'm doing is really helpful for others, and this is so important for me to
mhm,
make people feel less alone. And I know how alone I felt for a few years, and
mhm.
I don't want the same story for other people. And this is an amazing feeling to be someone who can make even a small difference.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I think our OCD and like all the taboo OCDs can cause a lot of shame for people and make
Yeah,
people feel very silent and not wanting to share what they're going through. So, um, I'm really happy you found an outlet that helped you feel connected. Because yeah, taboo thoughts can make people feel really scared sometimes and make them feel like
yeah,
bad people, and so I hope a lot of people with taboo thoughts just recognize that you're not a bad person just because of your thoughts, and yeah, I that's why I love Taboo Tracy,
yeah.
because
I, I,
she
I,
she
I want to say that. I wanted to say that. Yeah, we love you, Tracy.
Yeah.
We love your tongue.
Hmm. Yeah, she's the best. She's my boss, chief of compliance at No CD, and she has made taboo topics so accessible and
Yeah,
so much less shameful. And you should follow her on Instagram if you haven't, just so that you can feel
yeah.
less shame about ROCD or taboo topics. Um, and Allegra Castins too, because they both really
They
talk about
both
those.
are
Yeah.
amazing, and they both are amazing souls. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Definitely. Um, oh well, it's so good to chat with you here.
yeah. It's so amazing. I'm so happy, and I think we can say this out loud for all people who were with us, and for those people who will see this video later, that
Hmm.
we can we don't have to be perfect to be powerful.
Hmm.
We can be powerful, and mm, this is important to be in this community and to be together, because
Hmm.
we know we are not alone. And in Chicago, I felt this with my whole body, my whole heart, and
Yeah.
I think all the people saw it, that I was feeling like in a big family,
Yeah.
and
It makes a. Oh, keep going.
yeah, and we know that we can share our experience to show other people who are maybe outside this community, who feel really alone, really isolated, that they
Hmm.
are not alone.
Yeah, yeah. I like it is so important to join communities online but also in person if you have a chance to. So IOCDF often will have gatherings of people and but they also have support groups online. So I hope people find their community, even if it's an artistic community. It doesn't have to be OCD
Yeah,
necessarily. Because these are ways that you can demonstrate that your OCD doesn't have to rule your life. Um, yeah.
absolutely. And
Mhm.
yeah, your voice matters. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm so happy that we got a chance to talk, and I hope to, I was thinking we could end on an imperfect dance together if you wanted to dance together.
hey, we can dance together with probably with Tosha.
Oh, with Tosha? Okay, sounds good. Okay,
Oh,
you do one dance move and then I'll do a dance move and we'll keep throwing dance moves at each other, okay? I'll start and then you go, okay? All right. Here we go. One,
okay.
two, three. This is my first dance. One, two, three. All right. Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna go like this. And then you go.
And then
Ooh, okay, sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna swim. Da, 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 da. All right, now you do one. Ooh, now we're doing a different kind of swim. All right, all right, and then let's do one final move this way.
okay.
And
This one is for Lee. And
oh,
okay, I think that
all
was
right,
so imperfect and so funny. So thank you,
definitely.
Alessandro. One more
Yeah,
time.
it was so good to dance with you and Tosha. Bye, Tosha.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.